Good morning, church, and welcome to the musings for the 6th of March. My name is Dave, and I'm on the staff at Community Christian Church in Carillon. For me, one of the most beneficial aspects of small group Bible study is that quite frequently someone will bring up a matter that leads me to make a deeper investigation of my own heart, that clarifies for me some facet of my personal walk with the Lord. Happens all the time. Well, many years ago, one of the members of my small Bible study group, we'll call him Jack, expressed a concern that the motivation for his actions and his decisions was inadequate. Not wrong, but not the best. You see, he wasn't feeling the passionate concern for others that he believed he was supposed to feel. Jack's worry was that in doing the right thing, he was only discharging his duty as a Christian, acting out of mere obedience rather than acting out of love. Further, he felt that behaving in a Christian manner without feeling some sort of love was, in a sense, dishonest. He was unhappy about what he saw as the pretense of exhibiting a love and a concern which he did not actually feel inwardly. Now, while I can empathize with his point of view, I think Jack overlooked two important things. First, the tremendous value of a certain sort of pretending. And second, the underlying foundation of obedience. It's like this. The world today constantly tells us that our actions depend upon our feelings, that we act in accordance with the way we feel. When I was teaching school, experts told me that if a student felt good about himself, he would perform better. As a society, we go to amazing lengths to make sure that everyone has a positive self-image so that they can be successful. The problem with all this is that it's backwards. To a very large extent, human beings don't act in accordance with the way they feel. They feel in accordance with the way they act. Prove it to yourself. Treat someone that you don't particularly care for with kindness and compassion, and you will invariably come to feel more kindly towards them. Conversely, treat someone with cruelty, and you will very soon hate them. Our feelings are at least as often the result of our actions as they are the cause. So, if you want to do the work of God out of love for His children, you don't sit around trying to make yourself experience vague feelings of love. You don't try conjuring up emotional states to use for motivation. You just go do the work. And one day, in God's own good time, the feelings you long for may be granted to you as well, but even if they're not, go do the work. And if that's pretending to be something you are not, well, that's a cause for celebration, not shame. In Romans 13, verse 14, the Apostle Paul urges us to pretend to be Christ Jesus himself. I like to think of that as sort of the original version of what would Jesus do. In the Scriptures, we are encouraged to pretend to be what we are not. We are supposed to pretend to be what, or rather who, we are not. That's how we learn. We imitate Christ so that we can become more like Christ. And what about the love we're supposed to have for the Father's children? Is that some sort of pretense too? Of course not. But it is a different sort of love from the love that Jack was expecting to feel. And I'll get to that next time. God bless you all.